What is up, guys? Thank you for listening and thank you for being here with me. Today's episode, or whatever, today's video is about why the red pill got some things wrong, and why I'm not the biggest Hamza fan. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't watch a lot of his videos, but I've seen some of his videos, and this is about what he got right and what the red pill gets wrong. And this is an important thing when it comes to this channel. The point of this channel initially was the thought process was I want a channel that I can use my experience um, with maybe 14 years approximately of being in the dating world, of being involved with initially with um, the RSD sort of community, the pickup community for whoever knows, back in the day, and being involved with red pill content. And I don't consider myself a red pill person. Um, I don't categorize myself in any particular category of those things. I just think it's way too nuanced and way too complicated to categorize yourself into one of those things. But what I will say is what Hamza got right, and he talks about this in a lot of his videos, and I appreciate that there's people coming out and talking about this. And by the way, what this channel now is, in my opinion, it's going to turn out to be a psychology channel and into what is important and how to use your own psychology to improve your life and how to use psychology to improve your life. But anyway, what Hamza I believe got right is fixing your brain, which is something that I've been talking about a lot lately, and fixing yourself and knowing yourself in a deep way. And he talks about mental health, and he says focus on your mental health for a month and then move on to other stuff, or focus on your mental health for a particular period of time and then move on to other stuff. And I think that's way underrated, and that's something that a lot of young men are not taught. And I think it's important for a lot of young men to learn that, um, especially nowadays, because if you go out in the world and you do not understand yourself, you are basically you're basically opening a door for failure. Um, and what a lot of the red pill focuses on, and what a lot of the red pill gets wrong, is they focus a lot on female psychology, and that is something that I focused on for years and years when I was involved with RSD, I guess. And I wasn't an employee or anything like that. I was just like a fan that was involved in all the circles and all that type of stuff for a bit, for a few years. Um, and there's a lot of focus on like, oh, the girl will react this way if you do this, or the girl will act this way if you do that. And I think that's the wrong way to go about things. That's the wrong way to go about life in general, because that's not the way to do things. Because you can understand all the psychology you want about other people. Once you understand your own, and without understanding your own psychology, you're gonna get some temporary successes. Don't get me wrong. You will get some temporary successes, but you're going to fail in the long term. If you do not understand your own psychology, you're gonna quit at the gym. If you don't understand your own psychology, you're gonna quit when it comes to furthering your career. You're gonna quit when it comes to entrepreneurship. You need to understand yourself. You need to understand what makes you tick. You need to understand what motivates you. You need to understand your why. You need to understand when you are getting tired, or when you're getting unmotivated, or when you're getting quote unquote burnt out, even though I don't like the terminology. You need to understand yourself. You need to understand what barriers are holding you back. You need to understand what, and I don't like this word either, trauma is causing you to not avoid certain things, or what fears is causing you to avoid certain things and move towards other things. You need to understand your own inner bitch, in Joe Rogan terms. You need to understand why monk mode, you're failing at monk mode in certain situations, or whatever reason. You need to understand your addictions. You need to understand so much about yourself in order to further yourself in life. And understanding other people is important, if especially if you have autistic tendencies, or if you have Asperger's tendencies, or whatever. You have issues with social skills. I get that. Understanding other people and other people's psychology is very important. If you're struggling with women, understanding why they do certain things or why they behave in certain ways is helpful, but that should be 20% of your focus, and the other 80% should be on yourself and improving yourself. And not just improving yourself by going to the gym blindly, or getting your six pack, which is very important, very important, to get your health in order. But not just that, or making some money, or figuring out ways to make money, Not just that, what's more important than that is figuring out yourself as a human being, figuring out your mind, your brain. And that is what the red pill gets wrong. Like, you can know all the female psychology, all the women's psychology you want. That's not going to change who you are as much as knowing even a bit about what your values are, what your goals are, who you are as a human being, what's holding you back. And I appreciate Hamza for bringing that up. I appreciate other people in the space for bringing that up. And in my opinion, that's what the red pill gets wrong. And this is going to be a bit of a shorter video, but you guys leave in the comments what you want me to talk about when it comes to that particular area. And I'll leave my opinion. Obviously, I'm not a guru, but this is my opinion. And I hope I'm able to help you guys out. Peace.